Hello everyone, so it is the end of January and I thought I'd do a sort of monthly recap video going over a few photos that I've taken this month, explaining the gear, explaining the context, explaining settings I used and why I took these pictures. And I also thought I'd throw in a few pictures that I've taken last year that I've never shown in a video just because I think some of them are quite interesting. So we're going to be starting last summer. It was my sister's wedding, which was in the south of France. So I brought along my Canon ae-1 and some Kodak Gold. I wanted to try and shoot some pictures and then give it to her as a sort of wedding gift. Now, I was actually very busy that day. I was a witness and I had a lot of things I had to do. So I never actually had the time to take as many pictures as I probably wanted to. And also, as you will see in these pictures, my Canon had some issues with the light seals. There's a few light leaks from the back and the front of the camera. But we'll look at the pictures first and then we'll go into all of that. So yeah, as you can see, it was a lovely time, the weather was perfect, and that's why I decided to pack Kodak Gold with me, because I just find for the south of France, it really suits it perfectly. As I mentioned in the previous video, the south of France is my favourite place to shoot film in. It's just the lighting's always perfect and there's so many nice subjects to photograph. I really thought Kodak Gold, nothing better. And I actually think it came out really well. I think the colours are really nice, for example. But yeah, as I was saying, there's a few light leaks on these photos. Not really too much I can do to save them. There's a couple pictures that are just really bad and a few pictures that I haven't even shown here where half the frame is just basically a light leak, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I probably should have looked at the light seals of my camera. In fact, they've never been changed since the camera was bought back in 1984, so I mean, it's no real surprise. So yeah, jumping forward a bit, we're going to go to sort of November, December period. Here in Scotland, we've got some snow, which was really fun because, as I've mentioned in my previous video, I'm originally from the south of France and we don't really get that much snow down there. So it was really fun to wake up to some proper snow. So what I decided to do was take my Konica point and shoot camera, which I've done a whole video on, link will be in the description. And once again, using Kodak Gold 200, go and shoot some pictures. Cold. Right. So yeah, I think this turned out pretty good. I didn't actually take that many pictures. I was quite busy. My girlfriend and I were just out enjoying the snow anyway. Snow always looks good on film, I find. I thought Kodak Gold did really well. Once again, this camera, as you know, I like it a lot. I think it's just one of my favourite cameras now. It's really easy and compact, but I won't go over that again. I've got a whole video about that. It was really fun. I really do enjoy some of the pictures. I think they are very Christmassy. I also took some long exposure photographs on another camera on some expired film at night. I'm not going to show too much of that because I'm going to make a whole separate video about that, which will be coming out in the upcoming weeks. So around that time, it was also the Christmas market here in Edinburgh, and I was really excited for this because last year I went, I really wished I brought my camera with me, and this year I finally managed. So once again, I bought my Canon ae-1. I was also shooting on Kodak Gold 200. I tend to shoot on that quite a lot. Now this might seem a bit weird because, as you'll see, a lot of these pictures were shot at night. It was very dark, but I've been trying to push Kodak Gold 200 at the moment because for some reason I've always liked the very grainy look of film, especially on night shots. I really like it when the shadows are very dark and the highlights are quite bright. So yeah, that's something I've been trying to get more into my night photography. So that's why I decided to put 200 ISO film in my camera when going out that night, because I knew that a lot of the subjects would be very brightly lit, and I really wanted to try and get the contrast of these very bright and warm objects and the sort of darker, shady areas where the people are. I think it'll make more sense when you see the pictures. So yeah, I think I actually managed to get a vibe that I wanted. I shot most of these on a 60th of a second when it comes to shutter speed because I didn't have a tripod and I didn't really fancy going slower than that, and I still wanted some light in the picture. But yeah, I think these turned out pretty well. I think it goes to show that 200 ISO film, if you expose it well, can work at night if you're going for a certain look. And pictures like this one, they might be a bit darker and some people might not like them, but I think they really add to the mysterious sort of aesthetic I was trying to get, and it's probably one of my favourite pictures I've taken last year. And then finally I went to Easter Road Stadium, which is the stadium for Hibernian Football Club, and I managed to get in there when there was no crowds. There was only sort of the people working on the pitch, and take some pictures then. So yeah, I didn't actually take that many for reasons that you will see shortly, but I actually quite like how these turned out. So as you can see behind me, I'm at Easter Road Stadium in Edinburgh. It's so cold, it's the middle of winter right now. I'm here to shoot some pictures of the stadium. It's empty, there's no game on today, so there should just hopefully be a couple of people on the pitch, if that. I'm hoping it's going to be completely empty, so I'm going to try and take some pictures of the pitch, of the stands. I think it'll be quite atmospheric. It's quite a big stadium, I think it holds around 20,000 people. So that's pretty cool. So I've got my Canon ae-1 and I've got my Fujifilm Instax-40 camera as well, which is ISO 800 film. So it's not very good at shooting outdoor photography. So it's probably going to be massively overexposed, but those cameras are just for my personal collection anyway. It doesn't really matter, it's more just for the memories. But yeah, I'm hoping this will be quite good. It's quite an iconic stadium in Scotland and in Britain. So I'm hoping these pictures will turn out quite well. I'm going to go indoors now because I'm absolutely freezing. Okay, so I'm actually in Easter Road, the football stadium in Edinburgh. This is currently a storage room. I'm here to take some pictures. It's completely empty other than some people working on the pitch. But yeah, there's no crowds, there's no players, there's nothing. So it's really atmospheric and it's quite cool. It's rare to be able to just enter a stadium and be able to take pictures like this. So it's a cool opportunity. However, I bought my Canon ae-1 and whenever I load the lever, the shutter releases. And I didn't clock this for ages. So I think I've wasted about 10 pictures. I mean, it's either a problem with the battery or the magnets or something. So yeah, there's no guarantee that any of the pictures I actually took, which is a bit of a pain. But yeah, we'll see if they come out, because there were some pretty cool pictures, I think. Yeah, so potentially cool pictures and broken camera, or no pictures of broken camera. So we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, I didn't end up taking that many, and as you can see, a lot of these pictures were underexposed. Now, I edited a few and I think they came out okay, but yeah, not my finest work. The reason for this was that I blindly followed my light meter, which was faulty in my Canon, and yeah, it led to some really underexposed pictures, which is really my fault. I should have just used an app or just trusted my instinct, which I kind of didn't do that day. I just blindly trusted the light meter, which I think is a lesson that now I've learnt. But yeah, I like the atmosphere in these pictures. I think there's something quite eerie about an empty football stadium, or a place where there's meant to be lots of people and it's just empty. So I think I quite like these. I also want to add, I am actually shooting very soon a whole project for Hibernian FC, so working with the club. And yeah, I'm going to be very excited to share that with you. I'm making videos about all of that, and that will be coming out in February. But yeah, a lot of exciting content with that club is coming soon. So yeah, that is what I got up to last year, or at least some of it. I'm going to be making these videos at the end of every month, just going over what I've been doing. And so for this video, I thought I'd show a bit of what I did last year, just because if not, it's never really going to be shown on the internet, and I thought it could be quite interesting. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite photos were. Let me know if you've got any tips, or if you've got anything to say about my photos, and I will see you next Saturday for a new video.